Hello everyone, this is Murthy, co-founder at Vitwit, building Arka Network. Today I'm going to talk about two important forces, AI, crypto. I think, it's been a long time that everyone talking about it. I'm going to a bit deeper about few fundamental thoughts, okay? Um, Last year in Cosmoverse at Istanbul, we tried to discuss about Arka thesis, like how we can leverage decentralized AI and how we can integrate it with protocols. You know, most of our Cosmos friends didn't understand at that point in time. Now time has changed a lot. It's not just understanding. They started using AI a lot in their protocols or even in their daily usage. This has been an incredible shift in internet usage as well, right? So when I say internet behavioral change, back in time when I was building projects, I used to, I used to build some programs. If I run into issues, I use the internet to resolve that issues. But today, I'm building along with AI agent. I'm writing code along with AI agent. That is so awesome, right? Not just that. Not just that. Today, I'm speaking my ideas. I'm sharing my code with AI agent. And I'm discussing my financial strategies, not just crypto strategies, but also Web2 financial strategies. Also, I'm asking about my health queries. I'm sharing my personal feelings, like, I can talk to it as my friend. Now, that's all looking great, right? Now, I was asking about from all my interactions, what one thing that can tell me about myself, which I don't myself know. Now, ChatGPT was answering. This was amazing. But at the same time, it was scary for me. The reason this is centralized, it's hard to believe corporations, but it's easy to believe code. That led to my decentralization. Okay. Before I go into decentralization definition, let's investigate few fundamental questions, like, does AI need crypto? Because AI is working super good, right? Everyone started adapting it. There is a 100-fold increase in AI adoption. It is super fast, so good. But still, it is centralized. You guys are crypto folks, you know very well, what really brings centralization, right? Limited access. The problem with limited access is, like, Meta is going to release media LLMs very soon, sometime soon. But do you think you have access to that? That means, whatever content that you have built on Instagram, that content, without consent, they have used it, right? Maybe they might have their terms and conditions, but your data has been fed into that LLM. That's good. We have great utility. But if you wanted to verify that, if you wanted to use it for your purpose, you don't have stake in that. That means you are limited in access. And that leads to broken trust, ownership issues, privacy concerns, right? So these are the fundamental issues AI is facing, apart from its growth and scalability and utility. So that's why we need AI, that's why we need crypto and decentralization to help AI. So, yeah, you can ask me, Murthy, that's fine. That is a centralized issue. You can, there is a centralization. We need crypto to solve that. Cool. So why crypto is already decentralized and people are solving different issues with crypto, then why we need AI here, right? So intelligent app chains. We all know app chains, right? We are living in an era of modular architectures. We know Celestia is boom right now, and people are moving from monolithic architectures to modular architecture. That's great. That's great from technology standpoint. What if I say all app chains are functionally monolithic? Yeah, you might heard this first time, right? Functionally monolithic. That means if I go to Osmosis, if I want to swap Arka token with Atom token, I can do that, right? If I'm doing it for 1,000th time, it just do that. You don't remember who I am. This is Murthy, he's doing for 1,000th time swap, and there is no gamification involved. That is what monolithic in functionality. This can be changed with AI, right? It can remember me, how many transactions I'm doing on the protocol. It can bring some sort of gamification. I think that's where, you know, the concept of intelligent app chain comes. The next one, crypto UX, okay? So last week, me and my co-founder Anil, so we decided to run a validator for Aleph0. We wanted to buy Aleph0 tokens. We have Ethereum. We wanted to swap Ethereum with Aleph0. The problem was, like, it took 30 minutes. The reason we have to figure out a trusted bridge to transfer this Ethereum to Aleph0 network, and we need to figure out a proper swap protocol, and we need to do that. Yeah, it took some time to figure out a path for this. Also, we were running into a strange issue. We didn't know that we don't have, gas token. So we took some help from Aleph0 friend, and finally we did it. All it took was 30 minutes. Why should I spend 30 minutes time, right? So instead, there is an AI agent which can be, which can help me to figure out a path and execute this transaction in a couple of minutes. That saves a lot of time, right? That solves a lot of UX issue, right? Also, in the morning session, if you guys are here, token portal from Osmosis, you saw that, right? How much value it is creating. Just assume, token portal with a verified AI agent sitting on top. Don't you think it is going to be a killer user experience? Because the people, who are my friends who are not into crypto, if they have to use crypto, they don't need to deal, the path, the figuring out path, swap protocol, the trust of the protocols. Instead, they can trust a AI agent that can do all these things for them, right? So that's a massive change crypto AI can bring, to UX and new innovations. Yeah. So today, there are lot of latent applications can build if there is a protocol, if there is a platform with AI capabilities and crypto capabilities. I mean to say blockchain capabilities and security. So AI has a super quality that it can learn and detect things very fast. It can learn super fast, right? So if there is a protocol, if something goes wrong in the protocol, AI can detect and it can prevent attack vectors and spam. So AI brings external, validation for crypto protocols. So these 4 reasons are really good enough why crypto needs AI. Cool. Now let's look at DAI. It's a simple, I think everyone is talking about it. I try to keep it very simple. Decentralized AI is like, it should be open. That means anyone should be able to access this. And then secure. Definitely, it's a blockchain security, trustlessness, and then decentralized. The 2 additional things that we are speaking, is verifiability and privacy enabled, right? So I'm going to talk about privacy and verifiability a bit in the next slides. Cool. Now you got a bit of idea, right? What is decentralized AI? Why we need this? So who is doing this? I think a lot of folks doing, and Arka is doing that. So Arka Network is a decentralized AI execution layer and agent platform. I know it's a big statement, but I'll break it down for you. When we say AI execution layer, okay, that means there is a verifiable AI execution engine. Okay, so when I say verifiable AI execution engine, there are 2 things that comes in place. One is proof of inference. Let's say you might have an AI model already figured out for your product, but you need a way to integrate that, and that too you need to prove that it is been integrated properly. So then you can utilize Arka Network's verifiable execution engine, bring that model, put it down to that engine, and now it will guarantee you the proof of inference. This is one part. I think there is another part called proof of correctness, whether that model is doing right or wrong. This is a long way to, long journey to solve that issue. EZKL, a community is trying to solve for most of ML-based techniques, but they are not, solved it yet for LLMs. Hopefully, they'll be, solving it for LLMs. We can leverage that. Not just that, okay? Integrations. Now we see a lot of fragmented ecosystems, right? We have L2s, we have L1s. Even in L1s, we have different communities. L2s are, L2s are in different communities, and then roll-ups, roll-apps. What if AI developer built an AI agent that has some utility? Leave about whether that, let's not discuss so much details about that utility, but if projects believe that that model has some utility, if they wanted to integrate, AI developer has to deal lot of integration. They have to integrate with Polygon ecosystem, they have to integrate with Cosmos ecosystem, they have to integrate with Solana, Ethereum ecosystems. That's a, unnecessary task for an AI developer. I think Arka Network helps them by building a integrated, building integration suite. Okay, so these two things are important part of Arka Network's verifiable AI execution engine. Okay, this is one part. The next important part is Arka Network's agent platform. So what is mean by agent platform? Definitely everyone thinks that it is a marketplace. Yes, it is marketplace. The next thing is like people. Let's say you being an AI developer, if you wanted to build an AI model, do you think it will be done in one go? No, right? You have to test it, you have to do a lot of iteration, you have to build it incrementally. But the problem with developing AI models is like you need a proper tool. So that's what Arka is developing, an agentic framework with versioning involved. Maybe if you guys are developing AI models, you can think it as like Web3 version of Hugging Face, right? Okay, let's assume, okay, let's go back to 2019, something happened like COVID, just before Cosmos SDK, thesis came out. Just think how 2024 would look like. There is no Akash, there is no Cosmos Hub, there is no Celestia, there is no sovereign chains. Don't you think it is depressing, right? Fortunately, Cosmos SDK happened, right? Cosmos SDK played a playground role where people started building sovereign chains, and eventually they started making some value. Now we have Osmosis, now we have Akash. There are a lot of app chains came out, and we have hundreds of sovereign chains built using Cosmos SDK. But no one visualized there is a token portal built on Cosmos back in 2019, right? But there was a playground to build app chains. Similarly, we need a playground to build AI agents, right? So we never know what we will be building in 2030. But if we have a playground right now, a lot of people can come in and build AI agents. So that part is something that Arka wants to play. So playground, Arka is an agent platform and marketplace. People can come, build, share, integrate, and monetize. Okay. So I give you some interesting example. Let's say Cosmos ecosystem decided to build an AI agent, okay, for DeFi protocols. That's cool. What they can do is they can set a million apart, and now they might hire or they can set a team for AI team. They'll give that money, and that AI team has to do this thing. Like they have to bring all the data, the sovereign data. Since we have indexes and the data is public, you can pull all the data. It is more verifiable by the blockchains. You have to pull that. You have to train your model. You have to test it and build it. Parameterization, generally, tune your model, and at the end, when you believe that yes, this model is right, you need a way to integrate into protocols. You need a way to test it, right? And assume that you already that is coming so well. Now you want to monetize because $1 million invested in this agent. It should be giving something back to that investment, right? It should be monetized, right? So instead of AI developers building this entire stack, they should focus on building AI agent. They need a platform to do that. That's what Arka Network's definition. Cool? So yeah, I'm talking about Arka Network, agent platform, and so, right? You might ask us, Murthy, are you guys really building any agent? Yes, we are building an agent. Okay? So Interchain AI agent, a flagship AI agent for Cosmos community. It's a purpose-built LLM with 3 capabilities. interchain knowledge, interchain analytics, interchain actions. Okay? So now we would like, before I talk about it a bit, I would like to show you the glimpse of interchain AI agent. So now we can see a video. Yeah. Thank you. So this is a very, a little sample, the tiny sample of interchain agent. Okay, so we are going to talk about, we are going to open this along with our testnet, most likely in 2 months. We are building a lot of components at Arka, so we wanted to demo it something, so that's why we have interchain agent video here. So in the first version, as part of interchain knowledge, our interchain agent is going to answer you anything about Cosmos SDK, Commit BFT, CasmWasm, and IBC interchain stack. You can ask, from developer questions to any first-time user questions. It will be, super helpful in answering that. And second thing, analytics. Like if you might be, staking, or you might be doing a lot of transactions across different chains, different ecosystems, right? But now the interchain agent focuses on interchain ecosystem. It will track your portfolio. It will answer any kind of question about your portfolio. The interchain action, this is something very interesting because today I see at different booths, people were building interchain knowledge kind of solution, analytics as well. But interchain actions is something that I see USP for interchain agents today. You can collect your wallet. How many of you stake generally? Like, people whoever in Cosmos, generally they stake, right? The biggest problem is like you forget to climb and then, investing into some other token. What if interchain agent can do this for you? Like, you have Atom with you. Let's say when it hit $10, you want this to move to osmosis and convert that into mantra token. Okay, so you have to remember this strategy when Atom hits $10, right? But instead, you can talk to your agent. You can tell that when Atom hits $10, let's convert 10% of my atoms into mantra token. Now that agent can track, and you can, it can do that job for you. That is what interchain actions. That is the initial version we are going to launch. Maybe if anyone wants to integrate this, we can start doing that. Cool. Who we are, I think, I've been talking about Cosmos SDK, AI, everything, right? So who we are? We are Vitwit. Vitwit is a Cosmos, core contributor to Cosmos SDK since 2019. So we work with a region as part of ICF contract. We are working with binary builders as part of ICF contract to contribute to Cosmos SDK. Not just that. We are also, we work with Akash, we work with the region network, we work with Passage, and right now we are working with Mantra, and a lot of the protocols. So we are a dev agency and validator company, so we help a lot of protocols to build. We have a deep expertise in building app chains, and at the same time, we run 20+ validators for different app chains in Cosmos. Not just that, Resolute. If you guys, Resolute is an interchain portal for multi-sig and staking actions. And also Cosmos Hyderabad. So as part of Cosmoverse and Hackmos, this year, Cosmoverse started Cosmoverse India. We are one of the partners in India to build the Cosmos ecosystem Hyderabad. Yeah, so the fun fact is 5 out of top 40 contributors for Cosmos SDK are from Vitwit, from India, Hyderabad. I'm proud to say that. Cool. There is an exciting thing coming out. Okay, so Brochill is a short content app built in India with 50 million downloads. Now they have very strong expertise in social space. They have a lot of insights. Now they are setting up to build Web3 social space, and now they announced a partnership with Arka Network to build AI agents for social space, both Web3 and Web2. So this is an early success for Arka Network. I thanks to Brochel team. They are here. Thanks. Cool. Exploring AI, maybe, if you have some ideas, or if you wanted to build some sort of AI for your app chain, at least if you're interested to build, to integrate AI into your chain, okay, any sort of thing, if you have something to build, you can, email us, build at Arka Network. Let's do it together. The end. Thank you so much. You can follow our Discord channel here. Thank you.